All right, sorry about that. I went to restart it and I accidentally hit the stop button instead of the pause button, so I ended up having to do a second video. So I apologize for that. I'm still getting used to doing this pause thing. But I did bring Shannon up, and I brought Olivia and I brought Julia up. So it took me a few minutes, but I got it. So the other video, I'll post both of these today since they're like a continuation because I accidentally hit the wrong button. Shannon is one of those babies that needs the hair wax because she's got a lot of little short hairs that have broken over time, either with me or with her last mommy, because I'm not her first mommy. So she definitely would be someone who would need the hair wax. All right, let's get Shannon dressed, or get her hair done first, and then we'll get her dressed. Do you guys like, I'm just gonna ask because I'm curious. How would you describe the feelings you have for your babies? Like, would you say you love them, or would you say you care about them, or just say you're bonded to them? Is there a difference in that? Because I was on TikTok and I made a comment, something like, I really love my babies. And they were like, that's so weird that you use the word love. Like, I said, well, don't you? She said, no, I'm bonded to my babies, but I don't love them. So I'm just curious, how would you guys describe the feeling that you have for your babies? Would you say you love them, or would you say that's too strong and it sounds kind of weird? I'm just curious. Because I honestly love my babies. Like, if there was a house fire, I would try everything to get them out, even though that wouldn't be possible because I have like 100 of them. But I would do everything in my power to try to, save them, because yes, you can replace them, but it's, in my opinion, and this may sound a little crazy, but they're not the same baby. I have 3 or 4 Bonnie by Linda Murray's, but they're not the same baby. They're all different, and I feel like, even though I know this is going to sound totally crazy, but I feel like they have different personalities. I get a different vibe from each of them. That's a good way to describe it for me, I think, is that I get a vibe from each of my babies. You know what I mean? And that vibe is like what I consider their personalities, And for each baby that I have, I get a different vibe from them. A different feeling, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I feel like you can have more than one of the same kit, but it's not the same baby. It's not this. They don't have the same vibe. They don't have the same feel. By the way, here's that product I was using. And I don't find that this, if you just put a little bit in, I don't find that it gums up their hair any more than, say, the hydrating spray would. I don't find that it like makes their hair super gummy really fast. Although this is the first day I'm using it, so that maybe after it sits in the hair a while it could change, but I don't mind washing their hair. That doesn't bother me. It's just a lot of work, but I wouldn't use that slick stick on all my babies anyway, so I wouldn't have to wash all of them. Oops, I pulled that too tight. Mommy broke the elastic, baby girl. Oh, we missed it. Oh, that goes on that side. Okay. So how do you feel about your babies? Would you say you love them, or would you say you're just fond of them? Are you bonded with them? What do you think is an appropriate way to describe the feelings that we have for our babies? Because I think when we say love, people think, okay, they're weirdos, So I'm just curious. Do you care what people think? Do you think you love your babies, or do you think it's a different emotion? Maybe not love, but something different. See, I just run it from the inside to the outside, the wax, and then it gets in the hair, and I don't put it through the hair, like, it doesn't get mixed in with the hair. It just sits on top, but I think it works nicely. All right, let me get another elastic and get her hair. Oops, there's a part I missed at the back. There we go. Okay. I have always said that I love my babies. That's the emotion that I feel with them. And I apologize if that weirds anybody out. But that's what I think it is. I think it's love. I think I love them very much. This ponytail is not staying tight. I'm going to have to put in a different elastic or tighten this one up. Hi, Sugar Bear. The other thing I was thinking about today, well, so I told you guys, I think I told you guys in the last video that I pinched a nerve in my hip. So I have pain running down my leg and up my back on the right side. It's really sore. And Tiny has a bad habit at night of walking up my body. And so last night she repeatedly stepped on my hip. And it really just hurt a lot. But what I was thinking about, what I was about to say, is I did the wilderness school like 3 years in a row, I think, when I was 13, 14, and 15. And I would have done it another year, but 15 was the cutoff. And I loved it. I grew up in Connecticut, so that's where I did the wilderness school. And we were in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, and we, here's Miss Shannon, and we hiked like 300 miles altogether over a course of 10 days. And we backpacked, and we used a compass to get around. It was so much fun, and I just loved it. Can you turn your head, Shannon, so they can see you? Look at that pretty girl with her pretty pigtails. I love the dark-haired babies. They're so sweet. So yeah, I think that people find it weird when I say I love my babies. That's the emotion that I use. I feel like that's just how I feel. You know, I would say that my feelings for my babies are stronger than I'm fond of them. And that's just the way I express it, is in love. You know, I know that that can be weird to some people who don't have dolls or aren't into the dolls, but, and she was wearing these little knee socks with the bows on them. Aren't those adorable? So cute. The dogs are just barking because someone came in. I think it's Angie. So anyway, yeah. I mean, I think people get a little weirded out when I say I love my dolls, but I do love them. You know, they're my babies. Now that my babies have all grown up. They're my babies, huh? Huh, Miss Shannon? Shannon is the one that I kept super floppy as a toddler, so she doesn't sit up well. I wanted a floppy, squishy. I wanted one of my toddlers to be floppy and squishy so that I could really cuddle her. And Shannon definitely fits that bill. She's definitely my floppy toddler. I'm going to put this on her. Isn't that cute? Look at that blue dress. Looks so pretty. It's a little warm for this, but it is cotton and it's lightweight, so I think it'll be fine. Again, sounded like a weirdo. Worried that the doll's going to get hot. I don't know. I can't really help it. I just feel like it, you know, I think it's the maternal instinct, you know, and it just sort of happens without me thinking about it. You know, Shannon is one of my big girls. She is in underpants. Yes, she is. She's a big, big girl. I think of my 28-inch toddlers as, like I said before, I think they're about 1.5 years. So it's a little early to be potty trained, but what can I say? She's the Albert Dahlstein. Huh. Hi, Chicky Doodle. Yeah. Let's put this blue dress on you because it's going to look so pretty with your dark hair. Amma. Yes, Shannon. I had a snack. You want a what? I have a snack. You want to... I'm sorry, Mommy's having trouble understanding you. Can you tell me again? I want a snack. You want a snack? Uh-huh. Okay. How about after we get dressed and after I finish my video, we'll have a snack. Does that sound like a good plan? Huh? Huh, Chicky? All right, there we go. See, she is floppy. Her head's flopping around. I got to fix her bangs. I got to spray them, and then I got to put a headband around her head to lay her bangs down because they're... So let me just spray them down, and then I'll get a headband. And I'll leave the headband on overnight, and then I'll actually just put a hat on her. Because that'll keep her, if this will fit her big old head. There we go. All right. So one of the ways you can train bangs, although it doesn't work with Asha's, it usually works with the rest of my babies, is you just comb them out, and then you can put either a headband or a hat on the baby, and just get the bangs to lay where you want them to lay, and then see, like that. And then when I take it off tomorrow, hopefully they'll be where I want them. Huh, Chicky? There we go. Look how pretty she looks here. Let me point the camera down so you guys can see. Minus the hat, obviously. I'm trying to train her bangs to... There we go. It's starting to work. Look how pretty she is. She's so pretty. Yep, I think my TikTok is a little over 400 followers right now, which is awesome because it means people are loving my babies, which makes me feel so good. Makes me feel so happy when people love my babies, when I can share joy with people, you know? And my babies bring me so much joy that it's awesome that they can do that to other people. You know, they can bring other people so much joy too, just by looking at them. I know I love looking at other people's babies. I just love seeing them and how they dress them and how they take care of them. I just think it's awesome. All right, we're going to dress Julia now that we got Shannon all dressed. Oops, sorry, Tiny. I just bonked Tiny in the melon because I was straightening my legs out. Go on, go lay down. Go lay down. Mommy's working right now. Well, Mommy's playing, but I'm working. All right, here's Miss Julia. And she is the Katie Marie by Ann Timmerman. I love her hair. She's got this beautiful, long, silky dark hair, and it's so pretty. Guys, stop arguing. Tiny, leave Shiloh alone. I told you guys before, I don't know why Tiny does it, but she scurries is the only way I can describe it. She scurries around on her belly and gets under the chin of the boys. And I don't know why she does it, and I don't know why they dislike it so much, but they do. They just hate it. They absolutely hate when she does that, and they start growling at her. I don't know why they do that, because you think it would be a submissive thing. It would be kind of like a, I don't want to say a sign of honor, but kind of like a sign of honor, you know? And so it's really weird that they find it so annoying. All right, let me get Julia's pants off here. I love these pants. I got these off eBay. They came with a little shirt. It's so cute. Look at this. Look how cute. Isn't that adorable? I love the little pockets on it. It's just, I love the scalloped edge. It's so pretty. All right, Missy, come here. So Julia, Shannon wants a snack when we're done. Do you want a snack? Yeah, I want that. You want snack? Okay. What do you want to have for snack? Maybe apple? Maybe apples. Yeah, we could do apples. What about apples and a graham cracker? And some graham crackers? A granola bar. You want a granola bar? That seems like a lot of food after dinner. P, Mommy, granola bar? Okay, we'll have a granola bar. Want to have some grapes with your granola bar? Yeah, grape too. Okay, we'll do grapes too. Okay? Go on, Triggy. Go underneath. Go on. Come on. There you go. Watch your head there, monkey. Watch your head there, monkey girl. Hello. Hello. You guys want to see a chuggy? Here, let me show you a chuggy. Who that doggy? Who that baby? Huh? Who that baby? No, get down. Go on. Get down. There's a chuggy. So that's my chuggy. That's my little chug. My little chugger de booger, huh? My little chugger de booger. No, you can't have the buttons. Chuggy is my button connoisseur. She likes to chew off snaps and buttons. She doesn't actually eat the clothing. She doesn't like put holes in it or anything. She just likes to tear the snaps off, which, I mean, that does put a hole in it, but it's not like her focus is eating the clothes. She just wants the buttons or snaps. And she eats my clothes. She eats baby clothes. She eats anything. She eats the dog clothes. She eats anything she can get her paws on. I was going to say gets her hands on, but she doesn't have any hands. She'll eat anything that she can get her little paws on that has a button or a snap on it. She's just a weirdo. And she doesn't chew on them. She doesn't chew on the clothes. She just chews the buttons off, and then she runs around gnawing on buttons, which is not healthy for her. So I try to keep her away from things with buttons or snaps. But she's pretty crafty, huh? Are you pretty crafty, girl? We're going to put this blue bubble romper on Julia. Julia, you want to do your hair? So how's everybody doing? Don't forget to smash the subscribe button and like this video and comment. It really helps out the channel considering I'm just starting out. So give me a hand and I'll do the same for you. I'll reciprocate. A tit for tat. That's one of the things I love about social media is that we can help each other. You know what I mean? Without having to put a lot of effort into it. Like you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to spend any money. You can really help out a channel just by liking the video, comment, and hitting the subscribe button. It's so easy, and yet it helps so many people in the world, you know? I've been taking time the last few days since I've been in bed with this hip, watching some of you guys' videos. Some of the videos you guys have posted on your own channels, and I have to say they're so cute. I can't think of any right off the top of my head because I just started watching them this week. But I really enjoyed the ones I have watched. So good job, guys. Love your videos. Love your babies. So that's what I love about social media. There are a lot of downsides to social media, but one of the upsides is that you can literally help people with, it's just so easy to help people, you know? Just like and subscribe and comment, and that's it. Or dislike if you dislike it. That still helps the engagement and the algorithm. All right, now we got the slick stick in her. We already put the wax in, so we'll get that combed through. Make all the little hairs disappear, all the little hairy hairs. Yeah, usually I don't do a lot of full pigtails. I usually do the 2 front little pigtails. But I don't know why I'm just in a pigtail kind of mood today. I have a feeling they're going to bark in a minute because I just heard a dog bark outside. Hopefully they won't, but nope, I guess they're good. They must either they didn't hear it or they didn't think it was important enough to respond to. All right, Missy, let's turn you this way so Mommy can do your other side, okay? Let's get the slick stick. So I just love the fact that you can help others without too much, you know? I think that's awesome. I try to subscribe to all the channels that I watch because it helps the algorithm and it helps that person. And I just see it as such an easy way to help people, you know? And even if I don't like the video, I put dislike so that at least, even though I don't happen to like it, it still helps the algorithm. You know, any engagement, any response helps the algorithm to make that video available to more people. So I try to respond when I can. Oh, I got like, see, look at this. I got like bangs stuck in there. I got to take that out. So what are you guys going to do this evening? Anybody going anywhere? What was the last movie you guys saw in the movie theaters? And have you ever taken your babies to a movie theater? Just curious. I never have, but I'm just curious if you guys have. For those of you that take them out, how do you respond to negative comments? Do you just ignore them or do you answer questions? Or you know what, even I'm more curious about, when someone walks up to you and asks how old your baby is, if they think it's real, how do you respond? Do you tell them it's a doll, or do you just pick an age that looks like it would fit? I'm just curious how other people respond to that. Because I've been in that situation when I had one of my babies with me, like one of my little babies. And I just gave an age. I didn't tell them they were dolls because I wasn't sure how they'd respond. So how do you respond when people ask you the age of your dolls? Like when you have like a baby doll, not like a toddler doll, but one of the babies out, and they ask like, how old is your baby? Or they say it's so cute, and then they say, how old is it? Do you make up an age, or do you tell them it's a doll? I'm just wondering how. I'm thinking about taking my babies out more since I've been trying to do those outing videos. And so I'm just trying to figure out exactly how we should. I still got some bangs left in there. That's okay. How do you handle those kinds of situations? What do you think is the best? See, that's how this works. Did you see the hair that was sticking up? And then I just greased it down, and now it's down. It's not sticking up. I like that. That's really cool. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Huh, Julia? Love it, love it, love it. Huh, Chicky? There we go. I love that slick stick. That thing worked really good. I got mine at Safeway. Safeway, I don't know if you know what Safeway is. It's not all over the country, but it's a grocery store. If you're on the East Coast, it's like a Lions or a Stop and Shop. That's what a Safeway is. So here's Miss Julia. Doesn't she look pretty? Her looks so pretty. Such a pretty girl. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let you guys go for the evening. I love you. I hope you have a great night. Take it easy. Peace. Bye, ladybugs.